Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dying time is here again. And here we are, the Pus Bucket. It is the home field of Pus and Pestilence, and they're going to be against the Water Sallies. Here is your team, Pus and Pestilence, with the coach Torpid Frog, and it appears to be raining in their stadium. Probably fairly common here. I'd imagine that this team would be from somewhere like the swamps. It's the Nurgle team, and and they have a star player on the field. I'm not sure who he is. We will see him a little bit later. We have the Water Sallies, coached by Beer Belly. And, they should be used to rain and that sort of thing. They are rats and all that, but it doesn't look like they are particularly pleased about all this, especially because the ball is going to be slippery, and a lot of what they count on is being able to grab that ball and run with it or pass it and that sort of thing. But we're going to see how it affects everything here. This should be the home field advantage for a Nurgle team, especially with their rain. And let's see who's going to have the ball. Looks like the Water Sallies are going to be getting it at first, and so you have the Nurgle team has a straight line all along the front with only a couple in the back. What are they? The Pestigurs are in the back. And Water Sallies are setting up with, looks like a couple people in the backfield. And it doesn't look like they know what they want. Yeah, I really don't know if they do know what they want. They're kind of all over the place. Oh, there we go. They have a couple on each side. Now, they lost a lot in the last game. They lost like 4 players, and so they're going to be down a lot. And the Nurgles lost 2 of their best players to death. So, perfect defense. All right, the Nurgles are going to be able to place themselves all along the field. No, they're going to leave one back behind. Infectious Ted will be in the back. And they've kicked it right over to the side. Once again, the Water Sallies are faced with an option to be able to just take it and run along down there. Oh, and they are bumbling it, but they're going to pick it up. All right, are they going to just run straight? Oh, they're going to run to the other side. They have it open. Although they do have Lewd Grip is that star player that's over here on the side. I don't think that is a normal player. I think that is he is somebody who's a mercenary for this particular game. And he has those tentacles, which is going to stop them from running through. That was a good choice. Stinky Steve has been KO'd, and so now it is going to go over to the... Oh, wait, actually, let's see here. Oh, and that's right. No, it is still already the Water Sallies. It's just that the Rat Ogre is pushing his way through. Let's take a look at them. We have Skullpunch. Oh, they were down a lot of players. The Water Sallies were down a lot of players because of all the entries last game, and so they were given some of these mercenaries for just this game. They are just a bunch of loners. So you have Skullpunch, who is a mercenary. You can see he has loner there. You've got Penguin, who is one of their regular storm vermin. Nibbler, who's also one of their... Is that storm vermin as well? I'm not sure. Anyway. It sounds like some fighting's going on over there. We've got Ratman, who's a gutter runner. Riddler, who's over there. Okay, so Riddler, the 2 villains of Batman, and then Batman himself, or Ratman, rather. The Nurgles are coming in there, taking back Skullpunch. Baldy's over here. Fatuti's one of the mercenaries. Spot, who's the thrower. And over here, who's this over here? Tyan Quickie is another one of the mercenaries. Stitch we already saw, and Snowball, who is the Rat Ogre. Alright, we missed the, what are they called? The Pus and Pestilence moving, but it looks like they are moving in. They have gotten their star player in there. But now the rats are not going to allow that to happen. They're going to knock their way through and keep on running there to the right. And now that was a little trick they played. They went over to the left to get the star player over there, and now they're going to slip around to the right. And so... what is his name again? Ratman has made his run there, and you have Skullpunch, the mercenary, is going over there to guard him. So they have slipped through the Nurgle line, and now, the Rat Ogre goes after him and gets... Actually, he pushes one of the Nurgle towards the ball and then gets knocked unconscious. That's about the worst thing that could possibly happen for them. But they have pushed through. You still have a lot of the Skaven over here, but now, this was a bad thing. The Rat Ogre pushed him closer, and then got knocked unconscious. That left Ooze to go and push Ratman back, and is now blocking him. That was really unfortunate. The Skaven had a good line for the end zone, but unfortunately that move is going to hurt them. Is that going to cost them the game? It is early. But let's look at some of the other members of the Pus Pestilence. We have Jakar the Swollen, Ew, Ludgrip, who is the mercenary star player. He is going to go over there to Ratman. No, Ratman. We have Rotten Guts Larry, who is now making his move over there. Infectious Ted, Cross La, Brainless Gregory, and Maul the Flatulent. Alright, so they've pushed back the Skaven over here, and they're just going to go over here, and they're blocking Ratman in. Will Ratman be able to make it through there? Only time will tell. Well, there's a gap in the center, which they have seen, and Spot has run through the center there, and is now inside. Oh, and they're going to throw it! Disturbing Presence has caused Ratman to drop the ball. The ooze was so ugly that Ratman just could not hold on to that ball, and it is raining. It had slipped out of his grasp. It was going to be a hard throw to do. He really just should have run through there. He is a gutter runner, but now he is knocked unconscious off to the side. It was the Skaven's only gutter runner. Their running game is finito, at least for this half, and it may be for the chances for the Skaven already, as the first half has just barely begun. Rotten Guts Larry has knocked back one of their mercenaries, and they're being knocked around over there on that side as well, down in the center, being knocked around close to that Rat Ogre, who still is unconscious, has still not gotten up. They're going to knock around that group that seemed like it was going to be making a run for the end zone, but now it's their hopes are dashed. And now they're going to go after Spot right there in the center with the horns. Crosslaw is going to take him down. Their other chance at getting, chance at getting a touchdown. I'm knocking the mic around. I'm so excited. Is gone. The one that was going up the center, and now they're going to convert. The Nurgle are going to converge on the ball over there on their left. The Skaven right. And now their star mercenary player, Ludgrip, has the ball. He has his grip on the ball. Oh, and they're going to foul. Which one was that? Let's see. Skullpitch is KO'd. Oh, they fouled the mercenary that was hired for this one, and Jakar the Swollen is sent off. I don't know how good of a play that was for the Nurgle, because that was one of the cheap mercenaries that was brought in just because the Water Sallies did not have enough players. So they lost what might be a good player to take out one that wasn't that great of a player. But let's see what happens. Alright, so now they're bringing in the Nibbler to stop them, and maybe a few of the other rats. Yeah, there we go. They're going to create a wall there. Baldy is coming in, and they have gone from being offense and having the end zone within sight to being the defense and having to stop the Nurgle from getting their own touchdown during their half of the game. And Spot is back up, and you notice the Rat Ogre also got up as well. Snowball. They are closing in on the Nurgles with the play there. And they are going to knock down one of them and close in their own box there. Oh, and they're going to try to run past, but get tripped along the way. Meanwhile, you're going to hear sips every now and then. This is my drink of the day, actually drink of most days, my vodka and Mountain Dew. Vodka and Diet Mountain Dew, that is. I'm healthy. Cheap vodka and Diet Mountain Dew. Because it's diet, it's healthy. Alright, and the Nurgle are on their way to start breaking up this line. And here goes one of them. It looks like they're going to try to create a gap in that corner area there. He's going to show off his belly. Look at my big fat belly. My big beer belly. You and your Mountain Dew vodka can go suck it. I got this big old belly. Oh, they're making a bit of a run there. I guess the Nurgle are sort of average speed. They're not slow. And here comes their star player. He is a really good player. I don't even know how valuable that guy is, but oh, he is going to throw it. And passed by Ludgrip. He makes it to you. You now has it. Or should it be you have it? What would be proper there? Alright, one of them's going to stand up there. Now the Skaven are going to try to run and put a stop to him. I'm going to get right in front of him. Right in front of you. Oh yeah, well you is kind of a little out in the open there. The box was shut up in the back but not in the front. The probably thought they were safe, but the Skaven are very fast, and they're going to knock him down. U is on the ground, and the ball is flying. It just goes to one of the other Nurgle players, who the Skaven are now going to go after. But not enough to take him down. So in the back here, he's going to be knocking one of them down in the backfield, and Spot's going to come running up. Oh yeah, they couldn't knock him down because they had already played their blitz. And the Snowball is a wild animal, so he cannot go attacking. Alright, it's turn 5. Can anybody get a touchdown in this half? It's coming to a close. These halves in Blood Bowl are pretty darn quick. And looks like they have taken down Nibbler. They're going to clear out the attack that's coming at them. Oh, that is a heck of a kick. I think the ball is going to be picked up by one of the audience members, or the head is going to be picked up by one of the audience members. And now, it looks like Matt the Flatulent is going for the end zone. He only has a few spaces left. He's going to have to end his turn there. But if they can get themselves protected, Matt the Flatulent will be getting the touchdown over there. Alright, now, Lewd Grip gets in there, knocks around Baldy, and he is down. Now, one of the reasons why the Pus Pestilence got that star player mercenary was because, again, their team value was considered lower than Water Sallies, even though the Water Sallies were down 4 players. So I'm not exactly sure how that works. I know that they have a star player in there. I forget which one it was, but the team value seemed a little odd in this. Although we have to admit that the Pus Pestilence had not played yet until this season. And now here comes one of the Skaven from behind. They are not out of this yet. You cannot discount them at any time. And they go for the ball. Oh, but he comes one space away, and he has lost his last move. Who was that, by the way? That was... Oh, here comes Snowball, knocking down one of the guys. Let's see, who was it that had that? Fitut. Oh, Fitut, he was one of the mercenaries. One of them that we were discounting earlier, that is not really that valuable. But he did, saying that he wasn't very valuable because he's a mercenary, but he's doing very well. And there's one of the Batman villains taking down and one of the opposing players in the backfield. And now a melee taking place in the center. That's some good cheap vodka. Alright, okay, and here comes the blitz. You're going to knock him right into the ball, right? Nope. Actually, he's not going to do much because now, what is that guy's name again? Fitut is still right by the ball, so he's still going to interfere. So the Nurgle have not really accomplished what they set out for. Spot's going to be knocked down, though. So a lot of this violence in the backfield is going to keep the Skaven from being able to go and stop him. At this point, the Skaven really just want to stop that ball from going to the Nurgle end zone. There's probably no chance that they're going to make a touchdown themselves. But again, the Skaven are so fast you can never tell with them. Although if they're all going to be knocked unconscious, yeah, not a lot's going to happen. Oh, and the Water Sallies try to send somebody to into that melee to get that ball and gets tripped right away. It goes right over to the Nurgle, and they had one chance to go and stop this, and one of their players gets tripped, gets turned over to the Nurgle, who's going to knock Fatut into the sidelines where he's going to be stomped by cheering fans. And now it's just a matter of picking up that ball and running into the end zone. The one hope that the Skaven have is that it'll be too slippery even for the Nurgle players. Let's keep an eye on that ball. They're going to go around it, just in case they're not able to pick it up. Plus, it'll possibly make it easier to pick up, especially because if they drop it, it'll go into... Oh, and their star player is going to get it. Lewd Grip has it, and he makes a touchdown. We're just seeing the cameraman's butt. There in the last play of this half, they now have scored 1-0. And now we have the cheerleaders on the field, who nobody in this game is going to be attracted to, seeing as there are a bunch of rats and a bunch of Nurgle pestilence guys. But anyway, alright, dead and injured. One be injured because nobody's been killed. Knocked out is coming back. And the Skaven are getting one guy back. So they were already down 4, and they're getting one single player back. Actually, was it the Gutter Runner? I forgot to... Yeah, it was. Alright, so Ratman. Na-na-na-na-na-na-na, Ratman. Oh, and so it is one turn left. Skaven are the only team that can score in one single turn, like on the kickoff, but they would have to be on the line of scrimmage. It would have to be passed to them, and they'd have to run it, and they would need the ability that none of them have at this particular time. It would have to be a Gutter Runner. Oh, Spot is going to pass it, though. He passes it to Two in the Quick, who drops the ball. But anyway, yeah, the way they would score is they'd have to have somebody, one of the Gutter Runners, on the line of scrimmage, and that Gutter Runner would have to have the ability to make one extra space per turn, so that he can make it all the way to the end zone. They do not have that ability. They basically get one space away, and so they just didn't even bother. They're just kind of going for points right now before they go into the locker. It is now halftime. There's the Cablevision HD camera watching. Placing it inside of the chest. That's how we get all of our images, don't you know? Now we go back to the dead and injured area. Skaven have another chance to bring someone back, and they do not. So, going back on the field with whatever they have. Alright, now, Skaven getting themselves set up. Are they going to take as long as before, trying to figure out what they're doing? I think the Skaven player is a little lost this game, especially, you know, missing so many players. Yeah, that is a lot of moving around. That is the sign of a player who doesn't know what he's doing. Anytime there, bruh. Anytime. He's running out of time. And there you go. You got a line in the center, 3 at the very front. Basically the sacrificial 3 because you have to have 3 along the line. And then a kicker stitch in the back. Now, he has gotten the kick ability. So you're going to actually see, for the first time in this league, an actual, like, professional kicker kicking the ball. It'll be, it's a high kick, so... Not very impressive for that first kick because the Nurgle are able to go right into position, but it was right where he wanted it to go, so... And he's going to drop it, so there, maybe it is a professional kicker. Maybe he is pretty good at that. Oh, he tries to pick it up, and he has to use his reroll. And he's now got it, so now the Nurgle have it. They're going to go right up the... Oh, they're going to go towards the right, towards their star player. It looks like they've been putting everything in this particular game on that star player. He's going to set up a line in front of him. Who is this with the ball? Infectious Ted. So Infectious Ted has the ball with a line in front of him, and now they're going to go start knocking at that front wall, very thin front wall of the Skaven. Their star player, I wonder if they're going to be Ludgrip. I wonder if they're going to be able to hire him permanently, because he is really good for the Nurgle team. He really makes up that team, and in fact he kind of makes it so that the game winds up being all around him. Or her, hey, just because he has a bunch of tentacles don't mean nothing. Actually, I think it looked kind of like him. Anyway, going towards that center again, they're just going to basically make a couple of layers of walls around that, although sometimes it doesn't matter for the Skaven. They do have a gap. When they find a gap, they use it. They are slippery and slick and very quick to be able to exploit those types of things, and now here are going to come in and knock down the Ludgrip. That Star Mercenary is down, and he's going to keep on going. The Penguin makes his move. And it looks like they are going to exploit that gap in their left side. And reinforce the center. They didn't send anybody out to the right side, which has sort of surprised me. Alright, Stinky Steve is now KO'd, so now there's a little bit of a gap in the center as well. Looks like the Skaven have given up their... slick kind of maneuvers. Well, not entirely. They have some of it, but mostly they're actually going to try to start going through now. They're actually going to try maybe engaging with these. Oh, but the foul appearance has caused them. Who is that? Ooze. The foul appearance of Ooze has caused them not to attack him. So now Ratman slips through. Na-na-na-na-na-na-na, Ratman! And continuing to open that gap. The Skaven are on the loose. They are not just running anymore. They are fighting. They are getting in their faces. Like, enough of this. Even though they are down players and the odds are way against them at this point, they are not going to go down lightly. The wall's moving, leaving, who is this again? Infectious Ted out in the open. And Ooze makes his way through. Ooze! Oh, okay, and there we go. He's going to go far over to the right side, their left, and get themselves. He took a little bit of a chance by going for it there, but he basically put himself inside of a one-sided box. Their star player is going to, really knock down Penguin hard. He's getting revenge for Penguin knocking him down. He's not happy. Lewd Grip is not happy with that. Oh, and Prehensile Tail is not able to stop one of the Nurgle players from getting away. Oh, but he's able to stop the other one. And he's like, okay, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, ain't gonna happen. Because I'm a rat ogre. I'm an MF'ing rat ogre. Oh, and Ratman is trying to get in behind, trying to go for it. He slips, but he makes it with that reroll. And here comes the rat ogre right in. He is going to open up and push the ball player back. And he's not hitting the ball player, but he is knocking someone into him. Getting back there and getting in the face. This is a change for the Water Sallies, who have played mostly cautiously, mostly further back, is now getting in the face of their opponents. Are we going to see a little bit more courage from them? We just might. I mean, seeing courage from a bunch of rats, it's a little unusual. They're going to try to block the play here, block them from getting the end zone, but they are going to do some damage to them as they do. Oh, but as one of them tries to run away, he gets tripped up. Now they do have a bit of a gap there because they weren't able to knock out Ooze there. Ooze has been doing a lot there because of his foul appearance. His ugliness is really playing a big part of them, for them. He's really assisting them. It's a good thing they don't have their Tom Brady character that we were talking about, the blue-singing Tom Brady. Oh, Ratman was knocked out in the back. Oh, alright, they're going to start knocking them around here, but they do have the Rat Ogre. It's going to be hard to get him. Oh, but they did it! They knocked him down. They have cleared a path for themselves. Even the Rat Ogre could not hold up to the... Oh! But they get tripped along the way. This is the advantage of the Skaven. And he can be... Infectious Ted is down and injured. And he had the ball, didn't he? So, there it goes. Infectious Ted is on the sideline. Yes, the ball is loose right next to the Skaven. Will they be able to do something with this? It's turn 11. They have quite a bit left of the half. And Skaven are quick, so they might just get this. They're going to do a lot of other things first. Oh, well, no, they're going to pick it up, and he has the ball. Who is that? Who is that player who has the ball? Nibbler. Nibbler has the ball. He's running to the center. He's got a few on his right. He's got blockers around him. He is looking for blockers to continue. Oh, and one of them who's trying to protect Spot, who's trying to protect him, gets knocked down by his opponent right next to him. Who was that? That was Brainless someone. Brainless Gregory. He takes down Spot, which might have been the best chance for the Skaven to protect themselves. Stitch is now stunned. They're losing blockers. He runs by. He takes a big chance. His chance is paying off. Who is that? Oh, Nibbler is now injured. They might have just lost their next chance. Gurkle. Gurkle went by with his suspenders going, oh, and he tries to keep moving, but he gets tripped up. Gurkle was like, I'm gonna get the ball, and he went falling over, but he is not injured the way the Skaven are. Skaven are losing players, but now it is their chance to once again get that ball. They're trying to pick it up, and they are stumbling, and is going down onto Gurkle, and bounces away. So now, the Nurgles get it. Or the Nurgles it's their turn. It is turn 13. There's still a possibility. There's still time for one of them to get a touchdown. Will the Pus and Pestilence pull away and get more points on this one? Or will the Water Sallies tie up this game? Nurgle have the ball. They are making a run for it. Yu is making a run for it. He is going to pass it. Oh, he sends it over to the other player, who drops it. He could have made a touchdown because he hadn't taken his turn yet. It had gone to him. Which one was that? Matt the Flatulent, who I think was close to the ball earlier, but he was not able to hold on to it. Now Fatut goes up to him. Fatut's been doing pretty good. Actually, hopefully Skaven will pick this guy up. He's knocked him aside, but he still is going to interfere with it. And who goes in for it? Turn the Quick. Oh, another one of the mercenaries goes to get it, but he's not able to hold on to the ball. It is difficult because the rain has made it very, very wet. The ball is down again. It's just another hot potato game. It's remained on this side of the field for so much of this game. And here comes Ooze going in after Turin the Quick. Knocks him aside. Says, not today, buddy. There's another tries to go. He is tripped up. Again, something that's good with Skaven is getting out of situations and tripping up others who are trying to get out of theirs. They're good at covering. Alright, now here comes one of them in for a long shot. Ah, knocking both of them down. Bounces off him. Basically does a Milli Vanilli. Baldy. Doing the Milli Vanilli falling off of the Nurgle. So the Nurgle need to pick this ball up and run in for the touchdown. Oh, and they're first going to beat some rats up as they go along. The Nurgle with their rat poison. Oh, taking down Terran the Quick. Injuring him. There's, the Skaven have an apothecary, but they have not been using it. I guess their players just haven't been injured. They didn't even use them last game when they lost so many players, which seems a bit foolish. But, oh, and the ball has gone loose. It's floating in the air. Some magic is on it. Not a lot of hope for the Skaven to get it, though. There are a lot of Nurgle around there, and it's turn 15. But, again, you never count them out. They're so fast. I don't see a lot of audience members leaving. And here comes the Rat Ogre. Brainless Gregory is KO'd. Although without the brain, it's kind of, like how is he really not unconscious all the time? Alright, more fighting over here in the backfield. And because Riddler is a blocker, he's able to take him down. And he's going for the... no, he's... who is this? Stitch is going over too close to the ball. Oh, and one of the gutter runners, you can see how fast they are. Ratman goes in. He has the ball. Ratman has the ball. And he's running away from them. He managed to slip away from them. And he's getting a blocker, too. He actually was able to move. And he's going to get a box around him. Now, he has a long way to go. There's no way in that, one more turn he's going to be able to make that touchdown. But, wow, what a dramatic play that was. He was able to go in there. He went for it. And he went for it twice. There's the going for it type of thing. We have to roll to get there. But I think it makes it harder. Oh, and here goes with Asthmatic Chad. Asthmatic Chad did not go in for the tackle, but the next one isn't able to go in. So, he might actually... Oh, and Stitch is able to knock down Rotten Guts Larry. That gives Ratman one chance to go in for this touchdown. Does he have enough movement? Now, first the Rat Ogre is going to knock down somebody, try to knock someone out of the way. So the road is as clear as can possibly be. Oh, yeah, alright, then he's gonna... Penguin's gonna knock this guy out of the way for Ratman. Oh, the Ratman and the Penguin working together at last. Alright, Asthmatic Chad is stunned, and here we go with Ratman. He's gonna run. He's going all the way. The 50, the 40. He's gonna pass it. On to the Riddler. Does the Riddler have enough motion? It's the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5. He's in! Oh! One space away. Look at that. He is right on the end zone. That is how close they came to a tie game. That must suck for the Skaven. They got so close. It went all the way from here, all the way downfield. If only they had somebody just a little closer. They are going to have to learn from this game because they lose it 1-0. Pestilence with 1, Water Sallies 0. That was exciting right there at the end. They did not do so well up to that point, but man, right at the end there, it became touch and go. Let's look at these statistics. Pus and Pestilence had the ball a bit more. It was occupation of 0.5 exactly even. That's interesting. It seemed a lot more like it was over in the Skaven side of the field. Over here we got more blocks sustained by the Water Sallies, which makes sense with the Skaven team. And it looks like Water Sallies only got a few points for one player, but Pus and Pestilence got a lot more for a lot more of their players, although they are just starting, so it makes sense for them to have that. Well, that'll do it for us here for this game. Be sure to subscribe to see more from this. This season will be continuing. We are only in round 2, and I believe it's 5 rounds. And we've figured out, I think it's like 15 games in this whole thing. So you can see in the playlist after this is all done, or if you're watching while it's happening, just watch as it keeps going. We're going to have these each week. Happy gaming, everybody.